What's up, everybody? This is Cool Game 24 here. Today I'm gonna bring to you my Sons of Anarchy Season 5 Episode 3 review entitled Laying the Pipe. Before I start this review, I am going to do a little something different. I'm going to do it not in order like I usually do. I'm going to do let's see. I'm gonna get all like the secondary characters out the way, or the characters that was highlighted in this episode, and near the end I'm gonna go with the main characters. Okay. This week, the scenario that we were waiting for, the jail scenario that we was waiting for with Jax, Tig, Chibs, and Opie, we get to see this week. Tig is pretty much annoying the hell out of everybody. In my opinion, Tig is more trouble than he's worth. But you know, I don't know nothing about Tig. You know, Tig. The reason why the Suns are in this mess is because of Tig. This week, Nero. Yeah, Nero did. He really wasn't a highlight of this at all. He was more like a background guy. Last episode he had more of a role, but this episode he's more like standby-ish, because the situation between Gemma and Clay, he practically did nothing about it. You know, they didn't fight Clay, you know, confronting him about Gemma, but you know, he didn't really do anything for real. Yeah, Nero didn't really do anything this episode except, you know, say a couple things. Juice, man, I think Juice is probably one of the weakest one of the weakest Sun members. He is very weak. I mean, Clay did a sad story to Juice about him missing Gemma, and he cracked under the pressure of Clay. Clay manipulated him, and he fell for it, just like he fell for the manipulation of Lakin Potter and Rosabelle last season. It was, I mean, Juice. I don't know. I think Tig and Juice need to go, because Juice, they need to find a better technician than Juice, because Juice is kind of weak. As I said before, he's really weak, and the confrontation that happened between Gemma and the new girl was all his fault, because he led Clay to the escort service for Clay to, you know, see it out and see who Gemma was dating. Now, Wendy, she came back for a little bit, but she tried to get leverage on Tara for something that Gemma told her, and failed. Wendy was never good at playing mind games and being a power struggle. She seemed to always don't know what to do. But she really do want to be in her son's life, and I don't know, it might play out near the end of this season. I don't know. Gemma. Whew. Gemma is, as I said before in other reviews, she's trying to get her place back in the Suns, but it seemed like she's not trying to get her place back, because she's already lost her place, but she's trying to get her place back in her grandson's life and in Jax's life. and she's doing underhanded stuff, but she's falling all over the place because she doesn't have the same juice she had before. You know, she's not Clay's old lady no more. She's just an old lady. As I said before, she used Nero as a sort of brute boost, self-esteem boost and sex buddy. She went crazy this episode because she saw Clay finish having sex with the young girl, Ashley Tisdale. I don't know what her name is, but and she snapped and beat Ashley Tisdale's character up, and she told Nero in a conversation between them two that she did it out of pure anger. There's no love left between her and Clay. I don't know if that's true, but Gemma she losing her grip on everything. She gonna hold Nero close. Her and Nero gonna get closer and closer with this with each episode. I really don't know what she's gonna do at all, but it is fun to watch to see her, the almighty powerful Gemma, really weak. Not how weak she was in season 2. She was pretty weak in season 2, when Zobel had her raped. But this is her, like, mentally, not physically, mentally, and club wise weak. I want to see how she wants to get back into the club. Let's see. Clay, he manipulated Juice. He started a confrontation with Nero. Well, not really. He just started it in his business, and I think he was a mastermind behind and calling the cops to get the raid done on that place. So he is working behind the scenes on a lot of different things, but pretty much he's just like in Gemma's position. He's weak. He doesn't have the same power anymore. As he said in the joint, I'm almost out. He's pretty much done. Let's see. We got Tara. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna get near good main characters now. Tara this week, as I said before in the last review for for episode 2, Jax marrying her this fast was sort of a strategy, and she took the bait from Jax and she resumed power. In this episode, it showed her knowing exactly what to do against Gemma. She had everything countered against Gemma. When Wendy confronted her about her, Gemma made up a lie and told Wendy that she was high on opiates and she was mentally unstable. Tara knew it was just Gemma. She just knew because her and Gemma are close, and she becoming, as everyone said, she becoming more Gemma-like, but I don't know if she is as dark as Gemma, because Gemma actually got JT killed for her power struggle. But one of the things I want to see in the next season is what she said was going to, as her power increased, is she going to become more dark? Is she going to get her husband to kill Gemma? Because she said it to Gemma. She said, Gemma said to her, like, I think no, she told Gemma that she loved her, but she's frustrated, and she's making her, don't ever mess with my family again. And Gemma said, what are you gonna do? You gonna kill me? She's like, no, but my husband might. Now this episode showed that Jax and Tara even on the opposite side of, you know, different power, but at the same time, they both going through the same thing. You know, former mentor going against student in this episode, because Gemma, she referenced the, you know, her creating Tara, and she said, "You my little Frankenstein." But, you know, we'll see if she surpasses what Gemma taught her. In this episode, it showed, you know, her play with the boys, her play going against Wendy. It was very well, you know, very well executed. Yeah, she's pretty much, I think she's settling in her new position, but her test isn't here yet. This is a small sample of what she might have to go through being the queen. Let's see. Opie. Whoo, man. Opie. I mean, no, my fault. Not Opie. Opie is second. Third, Pope. Wow, Pope has so much power. As I said before in the last review, I really wanted to see him and Galindo go at it when it comes to power, but it seemed like Pope has all the power. He has power in the system everywhere. He has power. He's more like a Chalky White. You know how Chalky White was, how Chalky White is in the black community in Borak Empire, and he has, you know, different types of people in the black community. He can get somebody killed, or he can get somebody, you know, with his words. Even with one word he spout out his mouth, he can get someone killed. You know, but Chalky White is more messy and not that. He's intelligent, but he doesn't know how to, you know, word himself right, like myself. You know, I'm around a bunch of idiots, so my vocabulary isn't as up to date as everyone else's. You know, need to be hanging around a bunch of college kids. Let's see. Pope really showed everything that he planned out, from him getting a face-to-face time with Jax, to him, you know, telling Jax that he wanted to, you know, he should kill his son, and giving him sound advice. It seemed to me that Pope is beyond master criminal. He seemed to know every single element, to knowing what to do to become a better criminal. He's like a, you know, a mentor to criminals. You know, this is Walter White from Breaking Bad could have used Pope. He could have used Pope at the beginning of Breaking Bad, but he seemed to trying to teach Jax what to do, and he seems to know how to read the club. You know, he doesn't see. He's a very, very meticulous guy. He can read into different things, and his information that he received from his right hand man August, he must have read through what the Suns really is. You know, Jax, him in the conversation between Jax and Pope, he was like, you know, he called them pretty smart, and Jax was like, yeah, pretty smart for a dumb redneck biker gang. You know, he said pretty smart. You know, he called them smart, and he didn't really see by appearances. He reads people by their past abilities and everything else. So I want to see more of Pope. They showed a lot of Pope. They showed inside Pope's and how he operates a little bit, but not. It was like a drop of what, you know, Pope, who he really is, you know, and how he really thinks. Him trying to mentor Jax. Opie, man. Opie was having a conversation throughout this whole episode. I didn't know what happened, but Opie seemed to give up on. He wanted to give up on the lifestyle of Sons and, I mean, within the Sons. He wanted to give up. He was telling, as I said before, he said, I'm the new Jax. He was telling, you know, Jax that, you know, we spend all this money, we make this money just to spend it all up just to survive. Ain't this lifestyle getting tiresome? And he's trying his best to get Jax out of the club, but it was on deaf ears. So Jax revealed everything to Opie. And Opie, one of the most powerful lines that Opie said in this episode was like, yeah, you should have let it happen. He wanted the sons to die. Instead, basically, he wanted the sons to die instead of Jax saving it. It was pretty powerful, but at the same time, it seemed like he gave up on the sons and he gave up on life, because I think as he did, Jax told him that Pope wanted one of the sons to die and Tig to stay inside for the rest of his life. But he said what you call it, damn, lost my focus. He basically hit the guard in order for him to get into that fight, to be beaten to death by the Black Gang, which in my opinion it was more of a assisted suicide. He was tired of life, and not only that, he wanted to be with his dad. He wanted to be out of the life, and it was kind of symbolic because sometimes in real gangs you can't walk away from a real gang. You either die by the gang's hand or you died for the gang, and he did both at the same time. Yeah, so him dying was pretty, messed up, but at the same time he gave up. Last but not least, Jax conducted himself pretty good in this episode. He showed a little, moxie against Pope, him not wanting to bow down to Pope's demands and everything else, but at the same time being smart enough to know that being smart enough to analyze the situation and make it to his advantage, just like what Pope told him when Opie died. After Opie died, he said, I just saw my best friend die. And Pope was like, yeah, you're getting stronger. And I mean, he basically was saying you're getting smarter. You're turning your pain into, making you more better. I forgot the exact words, but Jax, now we're gonna know if Jax becomes a lot darker, because the minute Opie died, he turned dark. He told Pope that I need Tig out of jail so he could be used for political reasons, so I can use him. And he said, basically, when I'm done with him, you can kill him. I don't care anymore. That was some Clay-like shit that happened right there. Also at the same time, he told the guard that chose Opie because Opie punched him to for him to get into that fight between the three black guys. He told the guard straight out, flat out, he said, I'm gonna when I get out, I'm gonna find you and then I'm gonna kill you. And basically the guard's face like, wow. I don't know, this is Jax. As I said before, he showed himself to be a capable leader, and he also put Tig in his place. He told Tig, don't you ever vote against me at all. With everything I say, you say yes. If you basically saying, if he says no, he's dead. And Tig accepts that, because he saved Tig's life, even though he really wanted Tig to be the one to get his ass whipped and get killed by the three black guys. Jax, as I said, I hope it plays out. I want to see it play out like that. The momentum of this episode was pretty intense. It was high momentum. It wasn't really super intense, but it was high momentum. It wasn't really that fast. It was like a steady pace, like 90 miles, like 60 miles per hour. Just 60 miles per hour momentum. Um, it was pretty good episode. A lot of different characters was highlighted in this episode. Now what I want to see. I want to see more Pope. I want to see what he's gonna, between him and Pope, between Jax and Pope. I want to see if Jax is gonna either turn on Pope or learn from Pope. I know Pope is gonna either die in the end, or team up with Jax. I don't know, but I know Jax is gonna planning on killing the security guard, but I don't know if he's planning on to kill Jax. I hope it plays out well. I want to see what Clay's gonna do. I want to see Tara's development. I want to see Gemma's. I want to see more of Nero. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I could think of. Well, I'll see everyone later.